The dumber you are, the easier it is to tell you whatever and you'll believe it. Oh no, an education? God wouldn't want that. The church wouldn't want that. If you get an education, you might not come back. Yeah, no shit. The less you know, the easier you are to control. If you don't read, you don't read. Don't just parrot what everybody around you told you. I don't care what God's will for my life is. In fact, if I knew that his will was something that I didn't want to do, I'd rather just off myself. If you need somebody to lead you, you are a sheep. Sheep need to be led. I don't need to be led. Am I lost in life? Hell yeah, I am. But I would rather figure out the answers my own way, rather than from somebody who claims they have all the answers.
Wasabi, motherfuckers. It's a me, Yamaya.
This is the earliest I've filmed in a while. Maybe, not so really. It is currently 2 o'clock. I woke up 2 hours ago. I know, I'm living that good life. Welcome back to my channel. Or welcome if you're new. I hope you're new. That means I'm seeing some new growth, some new viewers. Welcome, haters. People who don't like me, and people who don't want to be here but are here. Welcome. We will be doing the usual today, shitting on the incels who think that women are some alien creatures. Let's get into it. Can never tell if I'm sober or not. Surprisingly enough, I'm sober right now. I don't know when I'm sober or not either, so the days all just kind of blend into each other. I didn't say that. What are we today? Locks? How is it fair to demand monogamy from a man when you yourself have not been monogamous? Monogamy is one for a lifetime, not one at a time. I know it's not the same for men and women. Men aren't valued for purity. What are men valued for then? Please tell me. I'll say it again. A key that can open many locks is a master key. A lock that can be opened with many keys isn't worth anything. Ta-da! Why can't these poor people be able to come up with some sort of, what's the word? Euphemy? Regardless here, always comparing women to objects. Most of them that have no life. The best I've seen so far is a girl being compared to a dog, which is not really good. Like I said, it's better than a boat. It's better than a car. It's better than a lock. Yes, we are locks. That's all we are. We are non-sentient. We are not alive. We don't breathe. And that's our whole purpose. To be opened by a key. That is all we are. Just locks. And once you open that lock, then I guess you've opened the lock, and now I guess what, your job is complete. Move on to the next lock. I mean, I guess it can't be too mad because they're comparing themselves to keys here. So we're all being compared to objects, right? Nobody wants to compare us to animals because that's degrading to humans, but it's okay to compare ourselves to non-sentient, non-alive objects. Make it make sense. Yes, I am running a little behind on schedule. I'm sorry if this video comes out on a Saturday instead of a Friday. At the end of my videos, it says every weekend, so Saturday, Friday, still the weekend. I don't know why I'm dressed like this today, okay? I don't go out. It's not that I don't have friends. It's just that I can't maintain those friends. Also, those friends are busy, so I don't try. I don't make an effort to try. I live at home with my boyfriend. He fries my brain enough with conversations. I don't know what I'm wearing, okay? This is the outfit of the day. I wanted to be goth, and then I was like, you know what? I need some color. Now we have this clown costume. This gothic clown costume. Wow. I don't know if y'all can hear that. They always choose to do maintenance on the worst of days. Nothing about this apartment is soundproof. Nothing. That's why I'm in my closet. I apologize if you could hear this in the background, but I ain't got all day. I would have all day if I could quit my job and do this full time, so if you like what a girl is preaching, hit them buttons. Ouch. This is why we need biology properly taught about women's body as well. Period is not a choice. The gym is. Girls on their period. A little bleeding. Maybe a teeny weeny bit of pain for a day or two. Yes, motherfucker, you would know. You would know. Makes perfect sense that you would know, because you've never had a vag. But I should take your word for it, because you would know. Men on leg day. Horrible pain for days. Me too. On leg day. Seizures, maybe even for a week. If you are having seizures from going to the gym, you maybe need to stop going to the gym. Go to your doctor and figure out why you're having seizures when you're trying to exercise. Because in no way is that normal. Are you bragging about having medical issues when you work out? It's nothing to brag about. You need help. You need help. What? It's told they walk funny, publicly humiliated, pee blood like whoop. None of this is normal, my guy. None of this is normal. Seek help. Please go to your doctor. Shivers, extreme tremors, extreme appetite, debilitating nausea, apathy. Well, I mean, we already know that you're dealing with apathy because you're here on this subreddit. I appreciate the transparency. Fainting, god-awful soreness, possible death, feels like a tiny, I don't know what got blurred out. But yes, my point here is that if you are having these symptoms after you go to the gym on leg day, which is, like the top part says, a choice. Okay, I don't get to choose if I bleed or not. That's unfortunately not a choice without surgery. You can choose to go to the gym, you can choose not to go to the gym. But if you are having these issues at the gym, you need to stop going to the gym. You need to go to your doctor and figure out what the hell is wrong with you. Because none of this is normal. This is not normal. I used to be a personal trainer, certified for that matter. You're not supposed to be like nearly dying after going to the gym. Yes, put out your best, but you're not supposed to be killing yourself. Exercise is supposed to be good for you, not killing you. I just saw this on a different subreddit. I mean, it certainly fits that subreddit. I, 30 female, believe tattoos on females look like shit and make you look uglier 100% of the time. I, 30F, truly believe that tattoos make women look worse and that they increase your beauty by 0%. In fact, tattoos take away from female beauty by a large margin. Never once saw a tasteful tattoo on a female. Ever. Never thought a woman looked hotter from a tattoo. I always get raked for saying this, but tattoos on women are fucking ugly, are seldom tasteful, and only highlight that you're trashy in my opinion. Tattoos on women are a cry for desperation, attention, and need to be, I don't know, cool? Liked? Part of the crowd? I love how women forget they will age, and their tattoo will look rancid when their skin ages also. Sir, ma'am, whoever you are, incel / pick me. Do skin on men not get worse? Honestly, I feel like some men age faster. They also tend to die earlier than women, so I don't know what to tell you, man. If you don't like tattoos on women, that's okay. I can't say that I like tattoos on everybody, but you know, it's not men or women. They're just tattoos. If you don't like tattoos, that's okay, but don't just say that they only specifically look ugly on women. What are tattoos now? Another gendered thing, like skirts and cars and tools. We need to stop giving. I say this all the time. We need to stop giving non-sentient objects, non-alive objects. Objects. They're just objects. We need to stop giving objects all of this meaning. If the object helps you out, that's cool. That's cool. It's just an object. Objects don't have genders. They don't have penises or vaginas. You cannot impregnate them. They have no thoughts. They have no gender. Tattoos, they are not excluded from this. Tattoos have no gender. It's not that hard. Tattoos aren't only for men. Skirts aren't only for women. The Scottish exist for a reason. You ever been to Fiji? They wear Sulus. And honestly, it makes more sense for men to wear skirts, okay? You ain't gotta be suffocating them balls. The skirts are breezy. They're breathable. I guess I should know because I'm wearing one today. Hello. They're just objects. It's not that serious. If this object is making your masculinity feel threatened, maybe you don't have any masculinity because you're threatened by an object. An object. And most of these problems that we have on this planet, if not all of them, are from humans. Patriarchy making you feel like you need to be a certain way, a certain role. It's okay to branch out. It's okay to be yourself. It's okay to like what you like. I gotta come up close to the screen to say this. It's okay to like what you like. There ain't nothing wrong with that. It's okay to like what you like. Life is too short to be afraid of being judged by other people. They gon' judge regardless. It took me a long time to start this channel because I was like, what will my family think of my unpopular views? I don't care. At least I'm here, at least I'm alive. If you are alive, you are not failing at life. Life. you are alive. So if you are alive, you are not failing at life. Just for some of you who feel like you need to keep up with all of these stupid standards and pressures society has put onto us. Society ain't shit, but your life is. So if you're alive, you are not failing at life. It's as simple as that. So to anyone who comes to you telling you that you need to be doing better, that you need to be hustling, that you need to be busting your ass, fuck them. Fuck them. I'm alive. Some people might say that's the bare minimum. Who gives a shit? Some of us are suicidal, some of us are depressed, some of us don't want to even be here, but here we are. So I'm not failing at life. Neither are you. If you're alive and you're breathing and you're doing your best, hunty, you are doing everything. You are thriving because you're alive. So thank you for being here. Even if it doesn't feel like it. You are doing great, honey. You are doing great. Sir, honey, hater, lover, fans, whoever you are doing great. And fuck anyone who tells you otherwise. I think this is truly an unpopular opinion good post. I mean, hell yeah, it's an unpopular opinion. It's just shitting on women. I don't know, how do you guys feel about women shaving off their head? Women with no hair, women who rock the bald look. Does that make them any less a woman? Any less deserving of respect? No, it does not. Because it's just hair. It's dead the moment it pokes out of our brain. It's just motherfucking hair. You might not find it attractive, and that's okay. It's okay if something is not your cup of tea, but for you to say that it specifically doesn't look good on all women or blah blah blah, or if it decreases somebody's worth as a person or you have less respect for them because of said thing, I think the issue is you. The issue is you. It's particularly hilarious because the images on the left are literally in far more photorealistic art style than the ones on the right. If you draw and design a fictional character that looks like this instead of this, you do not know how to draw. You literally can't draw women correctly. How did you come to this conclusion? Like, are you trying to tell me that the woman on the left look more masculine than the woman on the right? Perhaps, because that's what anime does. For the most part. Most anime, I'm sorry to you anime fans, I am one too, okay? Hello. I like anime. Thanks to my boyfriend, he's introduced me to it. He has definitely given me an appreciation for anime. I'm no diehard fan, but I love Attack on Titan. I've been watching, like, Demon Slayer and... Was it Demon Slayer? Jujutsu Kaisen? If I go to Japan, I'm gonna die, okay? I can barely pronounce the animes. Jujutsu Kaisen. I love when they have strong female characters, which is what Attack on Titan has. Attack on Titan knows that in this situation, not only men need to fight, these titans will eat you alive, men or women. It don't matter. So if you can fight, you get your ass out there and fight. I love animes that have strong female characters. Don't just make us look weak. Like Death Note. Death Note was a good anime, but I could not stand the main female character, bro. Only cares about her man, I guess, who barely cares about her and was just using her at the end of the day. That's just my opinion. And it's okay to be feminine too. You can be feminine and still have a brain. I am not shitting on being feminine. There's nothing wrong with being feminine, but a lot of these people draw us out to be some brain dead bitches. Some brain dead bitches. We don't think. We just bask and cry and fawn over the main character. That's not how it is. I mean, that's how I feel about my boyfriend, but we've been together for 5 years. I'm supposed to be crazy about him. You would hope I am. But no, not all of us are boy crazy. Some of them just don't know how to draw female characters. Yes, we can look like the ones on the right, or would it be your left? Yes, they look more realistic. I'm sorry if realistic women turn you off. Get yourself an anime girlfriend then, and get stuck talking to her for the rest of your entire life through a phone. Boo-hoo if that turns you off. You just have unrealistic expectations for women. And that's a you problem. Until you come out and you post this on the internet and start, what's the word? My words are not flowing today. I'm feeling a little brain dead. More than usual. Influencing. You start influencing these other people to start adhering to your ideas, then it's harmful. But that's why I'm here. To make sure that, people who use their brains understand. Jesus Christ, I almost had a heart attack. My door opened, and I thought somebody was in the house. It just does that sometimes. I'm just gonna leave it open at this point, because if that happens again, I am going to faint. Whew. Nobody's in the house, Maya. I hope. If there's somebody in here, I will fight you. Okay, I'm not going down without a fight. I'm just gonna lie down and cry and huddle in a corner. I'm gonna grab something and hit you with it. I will fight for life. Which is funny, because sometimes I don't want to be here. If you guys want to hear about the most unpopular opinions ever, go watch my video. I'm depressed, you're depressed, we're all depressed. Or don't. You don't have to. Most people didn't. Yes, I'm still salty about it. Is saying hi to a man flirting when you're beautiful? What does it mean when a beautiful woman says hi to a man? Is she flirting? This person referred him to not how girls work, which is perfect. I mean, I don't know if this was a genuine question or not. Just in general, when we try to change other people's opinions or have a conversation, we need to be respectful, okay? You can say that, hey, that mindset, there's something wrong with that, but you do not personally attack them. I think it's a low blow when you attack how a person looks, when you attack something that a person cannot control, or when you just outrightly personally attack them. It starts with respect. If you're being disrespectful to me, I'm not going to want to talk to you respectfully. If somebody's coming out and they're genuinely asking a question, how are you going to help change their views? How are you going to help them understand where you're coming from if you simply just resort to attacking that person? And this is what a lot of conservatives have issues with in terms of the liberals, I guess. Too quick to judge. Just be respectful. You don't have to agree, but you can still be respectful. And it starts with civil conversation. Not name calling, not berating, civil conversation. There's no need to be rude. Ow. Ow. There's no need to be an asshole. Just be a decent person. And everything else after that will fall into place. Even when I'm responding to people who might have the wrong idea. People who have been swayed by ignorance. People who just don't read, I guess. I don't know. Some people might find that an insult, but if you don't read, you don't read. I posted a short called "Where's the Accountability for Men?" and as expected, a bunch of men popped up in my comment section. They didn't even watch the short, I don't think, because I was just like, in this context here, the accountability is for being a sperm donor to a pregnant woman because women don't get pregnant on their own. And nobody had a retort for that. Well, except for this guy. But then I asked him if he cried when he jacked off, and he had nothing to say after that. In fact, he just deleted his whole comment. I think he finally got it after I asked him that question. But I did not personally attack him. I just asked him, hey, why is it only the woman's fault that she's pregnant? She should have kept her legs closed. No, sir. You shouldn't have impregnated her. It takes two to tango, yes. And if you're both consenting to this, and I don't know, the woman pokes holes in your condoms and tries to trap you, that's a different story. She is the one in the wrong here. But if you're both consenting adults, or you both just decided to wing it and hope to God that the sperm wouldn't fertilize, you're both in the wrong here. It's not just the woman. You gladly stuck your junk in her and impregnated her. It doesn't start with the woman. It starts with the man. Both are responsible, yes, but it starts with the man. And if you say otherwise, you don't read. That's it, bro. You fell asleep in sex ed class, or you never had a sex ed class, which I wouldn't be surprised about in America. I had like 2 classes for sex ed. That was not enough. It was not enough. I had to read a whole biology textbook. Holy shit, I forgot to remove these. You can see we're running on low energy today already. I don't know, I've only been awake for like 3 hours. But yes, if a woman says hi to you and you just so happen to find her attractive, it doesn't mean that she finds you attractive too. It's just a hi. Don't make assumptions until she's literally telling you that she finds you attractive and she wants to go out with you. But I think some women need to also stop being so cryptic. Even I don't understand the signs that men put out, if they put out any. Just tell me. Just tell me. Just tell your man what's on your mind. Don't leave it up to guessing. Those are child games. Tell him straight to his face, so there's no room for guessing. Let him know. Let him know your feelings, and if you can't let him know your feelings, then maybe you need to consider another relationship because you don't feel comfortable enough to talk to your man. You're not comfortable with conversation with your significant other, and then your relationship is gonna fall apart because communication is key. We were talking about locks and keys. Well, the real key to a thriving relationship is conversation. Conversation and trust. But that comes with conversation. So if you, for number one, can't feel like you can talk to your significant other, then you've probably already failed at trust because you do not trust them enough to hear you out. No? Still don't get all the guys who keep comparing women to cars. It just makes me think you want to fuck your Ford F-250 right up the tailpipe. I mean, there was a guy who was really into his car like that. There are some guys who are into their cars like that in a non-healthy way, but, I'd rather the car than the woman being objectified, so who am I to complain? If the women are safe from this, go for it. I'm all for it. So as long as you're not hurting anybody. Go and hump your car. Get up right on it. And just... This is like finding a 2021 Mustang for sale with 150,000 miles on it. Huh? A family? Oh, okay, a woman with kids. because the kids aren't desirable unless they're yours. I mean, I'm an antinatalist. I'm not gonna lie. Minus the morally wrong part, but I definitely don't think people should be having kids in this state of the economy. Sue me, hate me, unsubscribe, leave a dislike, comment, and do what you please. I don't get the point of it. I'm not here to shame anybody having kids. I'm not here to talk down upon anybody having kids. But I can talk down upon my parents, because it is their fault that I am here. I didn't want to be here. I didn't ask to be here. None of us did. Yes, I know. None of us has to be here. But guess who's responsible? Our parents. They brought us here. And people say, stop complaining. You're already here. Yes, I know I'm already here. But I can't just exit life. There's no switch to just turn it off. There's no choice for me to leave. And so, what else is there to do but complain? Apart from off myself. And I'm not gonna do that. And so, thanks, Mom and Dad. Thanks for bringing me here. If you really like kids, like, do you like kids, or do you just like the idea of a mini you, of somebody who you hope will morph into you, or somebody that you can turn into yourself, somebody to mold into another you for the next generation? If you like kids, what's wrong with marrying or getting in a relationship with a woman who already has kids? Why is now the woman unworthy or undesirable because she has kids? I just don't see why adopting is such a horrible thing to do. She has no man, so now you can feel that pace in her life, and now you can be a dad to these kids. Or you don't even have to necessarily be a dad, but just a father figure. I don't see what the problem is. But if you like kids, you like kids. And that's why people go and they volunteer at daycares, or they become kindergarten teachers and stuff like that. You don't have to have kids to like kids. You don't have to have kids of your own to prove that you like kids. It's always going to be a controversial topic to me, because just in general, why do you need to have 4 kids? It's a lot of kids to take care of in this day and age. Most people don't live off of their own salary. They live off of 2 salaries. The whole situation with like some couples who don't break up, or some couples who do break up but still live together because they can't afford the rent of their own, like, I think that in itself is pretty telling about what the economy is like right now.
I'm struggling with my rent right now, but I really want to have kids. Because instinct.
You can't control your monkey brain. And so you have children and you're like, oh my god, it's hard. Yeah, no shit. It was hard before you had kids. I'm always gonna look funny at these families who have plenty of kids, especially the single mother. I know there's some shitty fathers out there. A lot of shitty fathers. Most of us women have dad issues. A lot of guys have dad issues. Why would you have all these kids? Where's the father in their life? How is it supposed to get this hot? I'm just standing here talking. Why does it make me sweat? Sexism in video games. We have a girl in team.
Fuck.
Llama ow. XD, having pee-pee does not make you better gamer. I mean, he's not wrong. Having pee-pee does not make you better gamer. Don't forget that, men. Having pee-pee does not make you better gamer. Everybody has hands. If you know how to move them controls, press them buttons, and you're really skillful at that, anybody can be a gamer. Doesn't require manual labor. It just requires the movement of fingers. Having pee-pee does not make you better gamer. I want to do as she says, but I'm too busy deciding what sex to be. Oh no, it's the transformed wife. You already know. It's the transformed wife. She transformed into a distasteful woman. We don't like her. We don't claim her.
Teenage girls in this generation focus upon their looks, clothing, what sex they want to be, their friends, smartphones, and where they want to go to college. Help them focus on their faith, being kind and loving, serving others,
and what God's will is for their lives instead. What sex they want to be. Stop calling yourself out. You ain't with it, we know. You're a transformed wife. Godly womanhood. God doesn't like gays. We get it. We get it, because God told you he doesn't like gays. Did he tell you? Because I don't know, some of y'all just be reading the Bible and you pull out whatever you want to pull from it. Y'all gonna ignore that God killed lots of people because he was just angry. Because he was just angry. A loving God killed people because he was racist, sexist, angry. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's some alpha male behavior, yeah. So, I mean, if God can do it, then I guess y'all can call yourself alphas. Godly behavior. Send him to me, please. Just send him to me. I want to hear it from the mouth of God himself, what he thinks about these gay people. He didn't succeed with creating solely straight people. I want to ask him what went wrong They're not biologically correct. Why are they here? What's wrong with focusing on your friends? Transformed wife doesn't have any. Poor lady. She don't have no friends where they want to go to college. Oh no, an education? God wouldn't want that. The church wouldn't want that. If you get an education, you might not come back. Yeah, no shit. And that is why Florida is trying to ban all these books. The less you know, the easier you are to control. And the dumber you are, the easier it is to tell you whatever and you'll believe it. Indoctrination, it goes deep. My dad never got out of it. He's stuck in it for the rest of his entire life. He'll never be able to think for himself. At this point, it's his fault. But it's also his parents' fault because they were successful with the indoctrination. Believe whatever the hell you want to believe. There's no issue in that. Spirituality is different for everybody. Your journey is your journey, as long as it is your journey, you know. Don't just parrot what your parents told you as a kid. Don't just parrot what everybody around you told you. Different people from around the world believe different things. If you grew up in Israel, you'd probably be a Jew. If you grew up in America, you'd probably be a Christian. If you grew up in India, you'd probably be a Hindu. It doesn't invalidate anybody else's experience. It doesn't invalidate anybody else's religion. Your religion is not the only one that exists. Therefore, it can't be the right one. Are you telling me that Christianity is better than Hinduism? Is it better than being a Muslim? Is it better than being a Jew? You think that your God is the only God and he's better than all the other gods because he hates everybody else, right? That's some nice, loving behavior in my opinion. Whatever. I don't care what God's will for my life is. In fact, if I knew that his will was something that I didn't want to do, I'd rather just off myself. I'm not about serving other people. That's sheeple behavior. If you need somebody to lead you, you are a sheep. Sheep need to be led. I don't need to be led. Am I lost in life? Hell yeah, I am. But I would rather figure out the answers my own way, rather than from somebody who claims they have all the answers. If it's easier for you to go through life not questioning things and just parrot what everybody else told you, that's okay too. You're entitled to live your life the way you want to. But just because that way supposedly works for you doesn't mean it will work for me. I don't want to subscribe to it, and you should respect my beliefs as I respect yours. I'm not interested. I don't want it. Keep it to yourself. That's really hard for some of you people to do, especially Christians. I don't know. I haven't come across Muslims who have been trying to convert me. I haven't come across Jews trying to convert me. Jews honestly mostly keep to themselves. I don't care if you become a Jew or not. They're still thriving. Apparently y'all think they have all the money in the world, so it's working for them. Maybe if Christians stop talking so much. I lived in Fiji for like 6 years and didn't come across one Hindu trying to convert me. But every time I come into a Christian community, you must hear about the love of God and how he can change your life and why you must follow Jesus Christ to be saved. No gay, no jewelry, no fancy dresses, no doing what you want to do. You must be submissive, God-loving woman. It don't matter what you want. This life is not yours. This life belongs to God. I don't know why we're here. I guess we're here to please God because that's what God created humans for. To make him happy, to entertain him so he can clap up in heaven. When we kill each other or children are victims of SA, if you know what I mean. Free will. But is Earth just some trial where we just sit back and, you know, if you've done good to all the people who have killed your family and raped your children, at least you'll go to heaven in the end, where you'll continue to praise an all-loving God who put you in this position in the first place so that he could test you out because he didn't know your brain. I thought he was all-knowing. I thought he knew everything. I thought he already knew my character. He knows what I'm gonna do. I don't think that free will truly exists if God is all-knowing. He knows that some guy is gonna come by and murder me or hurt my family. How's that free will? Oh, you're still choosing to do it of your own willing. Am I really choosing it? If he already knows what's gonna happen and he brought me here, I'm asking too many questions. Oh no, I can't abuse my wife anymore. Enough of hashtag boycott Bollywood. Bollywood. Now it's time for all men to hashtag boycott marriage. Hashtag marriage strike. Judges want men to face false. 1. Marital molestation. 2. Marital eve teasing. 3. Marital stalking. 4. Marital grape cases. While sex with neighbor's wife will be perfectly legal. Huh? Having sex with your own wife is crime, but your wife having sex with someone's else is not crime. Indian judiciary is joke. Hashtag marriage strike. I'm not from India. I can't comment on the state of India, but I can say that whatever I hear from the news is not really good, especially if there's a woman in the headline. It was a really heartbreaking headline I saw the other day. Either she was 10 or 12, she had just gotten her period, and her brother thought that she was having sex. And he murdered her, because that was a better solution than bringing shame upon the family. And that was the end of her, because she had a naturally occurring period. According to the last guy who, says that leg day makes him piss blood, it was her choice to have her period. And so I guess she deserved to die, right? Guess she deserved to fucking die. What a world we live in, folks. What a motherfucking world we live in. And y'all wonder why I don't want to be here? False allegations are a thing. Here or in India, I'm sure. If you see these headlines and what's being done to women versus what women do to men, the vast majority of stuff is just awful, horrible. And men get away with a lot too. Just in general, the judiciary system in probably both India and America needs some work. A lot of work. I'm sure it happens on both sides. And feminism exists because existing situations for women in most of the world is still pretty goddamn awful. Pretty goddamn awful. I'm gonna boycott the Middle East for the rest of my entire life. In places where women are still getting castrated? Female genital mutilation is a traditional harmful practice that involves a partial or total removal of external female genitalia or other injury to female genital organs for non-medical reasons. I heard this shit's still happening in Africa, so wherever this is happening, I don't want to go to. Countries are out here removing the clitoris from women because they feel like we don't need it, but for some reason you needed to remove it. Why not just leave it if it's useless? It's not doing anything to hurt us anyways. Are we all out here getting our appendixes removed or our other kidney removed? I don't understand what's going through these people's minds. Why do we need to mutilate the genitals of women? Second of all, circumcision I'm not for either. If any benefits at all, very little, versus just leaving it there. If you were born with it, why remove it? Yes, I understand if it's not normal, it's not supposed to be there. If it's mutation, if it's a cancer cell, if it's a tumor, some sort of deformation or mutation. But if this is like what a normal human is born with, and we have a very high chance of living a long, healthy life, why are you removing it? As you could say, I'm not really an advocate for surgery if it's not necessary anyways, but that's a whole different topic. I talk a lot. Doesn't Adele have children though? No, I'm the one that's happy. Look at all the words. I didn't know Adele had children. Adele has one son, Angelo, 10, with her ex-husband, Simon. It's not really something I cared about, but just at least do your research before I make a meme about them. Because now you're assuming and you've just made an ass out of yourself. Assuming. No, I'm the one that's happy. I have all these Grammys and you have all these children. This meme format makes no sense to me. I see all these children and I'm just like, ew, that's a lot of responsibility. That's a lot of work. If that's what makes you fulfilled, I guess, go for it, but it's a lot of human beings to be responsible for. And the more kids you have, the more room there is for neglect. There's only 3 of us, me and my 2 other siblings, and I'd like to feel that my sister probably had the most neglect out of the whole family because she was the middle child. It was a very short period before my brother came about. And so I get all the attention because now the responsibility falls on me to raise the other goddamn kids. That's another thing that makes me an antinatalist, is people having all of these motherfucking children they can't take care of. It's too much responsibility. So they make the responsibility fall on the eldest child. That's not their job. They don't normally have a choice, and so they end up raising the rest of the fucking family anyways because mom and dad were too lazy to family plan, too lazy to just use fucking birth control, too lazy to think about the consequences of having all of these children. Thanks, mom and dad. Now you've made me a parent. Is this how life is supposed to work? Because I don't like it. I don't want it. I am not for it. I'm always angry while I'm sober, bro. He's fucking angry, for good reason. But when I have time to think about the state of the world and how I can't do anything about it, it just makes me angry. It just makes me upset. No, I didn't ask to be born, and no, I didn't ask to raise your fucking kids, mom and dad. You couldn't raise them yourself in the first place, then why are you having them? It's as simple as that. Why are you having them if you can't raise them yourself? Isn't that the whole point of having kids? To be a parent? To be a parent? Breathe. If y'all want to hear more parent slander or just slander of the planet, watch my video, Stop Telling Us to Have Kids. Because they really should stop telling us to have kids. Regardless of Adele having children or not, I would rather be in the position of having all these awards and money versus children. Because having children is not fulfilling to me. I really want to take care of myself, okay? I don't want to clean my apartment. I don't want to do laundry. And then on top of your own responsibilities, now these people want responsibility to take care of other children, other beings that are completely dependent upon them for money. When you're a baby, you need your diapers changed. You can't fucking walk. You need to be potty trained. You make messes on top of the messes that your parents already make. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. Why would I want that? Why is the human race close to being extinct? Are we an endangered species? Because the population just keeps booming. One day we're gonna use up all these resources, and I don't give a shit, man. If the end of humanity is coming in the next couple hundred years, so be it. We did it to ourselves. We did it to ourselves. In today's episode of What Object Can We Compare Women to Now? Did you know that jewels hidden deep are worth more than those exposed to the bad elements? Shanice. I mean, that's common behavior for old people. I'm sure there are some good boomers out there. Some well-educated boomers who understand what's going on with the rest of the world and aren't stuck in the day and age that they were raised, because we're no longer in that day and age. I can't say that the vast majority of us aren't waiting for most of the boomers to just die off. You know? Be a better boomer, or we will be waiting for your passing patiently. Oh my gosh, this woman looking sexy is affecting my day-to-day life. I don't know how to act with this woman's skin. It's natural. It's just skin. You need to stop sexualizing everything. Nipples especially. Boobs. Just stop sexualizing things we can't control. Not everything is sexual. We're just humans. We're just humans on this planet, and we happen to evolve to wear clothes. If you live in a colder place, sure, it makes sense to wear longer clothes. If you live in a hot climate like Florida, for example, we look at you like a dummy if you're dressed from head to toe. You look stupid. Dressed from head to toe, wearing a goddamn hoodie and some fleece pants. You will suffer. You'll find out on your own well enough that you will suffer. If it's hot outside, she's dressed for the weather. I don't know what to tell you. It's fucking hot. Is this true? How to get a girlfriend? I heard my options are: become trans, go gay, try to pull girls with a 2% chance of success, 80% chance of obtaining depression knowing that you will never pull anything besides your 5 point, I'm not even gonna read those numbers, 5 centimeter pee-pee. Give up. Is this true? Need some help. No, it's not true. Unpopular opinion. Medium penises might be better than larger penises. Wow. Depending on the size of your vag. Because larger penises are painful. Why would you want to be in pain all the time? I don't know. You tell me. But no, just be a decent person. Like, if you like paintballing, go paintballing. Maybe you'll find yourself a girl who likes paintballing too, and now you have something to talk about. Let's go out and meet people at places that you like to be at. If you want to meet a girl who reads, go to a library or a book club. Y'all need to download Meetup. Join some groups. Start talking to people that are interested in things that you're interested in. And just be a decent person. Be respectful. Go to places where you can meet decent people. This Twitter reaction is something. At least he was roasted. You don't see guys putting up posters of hot chicks in their rooms or garages anymore. What happened? What happened? What happened? Damn, this blew up, y'all. Check out movies. Never mind, actually check out music. Taylor is everywhere in my room. Taylor Swift, I guess she's on the ceiling.
I don't give a fuck.
You literally said hot girl posters. I showed you hot girl posters.
Taylor is the opposite of sex appeal.
And so what you mean is, you need somebody with their titties and ass cheeks out all the time. That's what sex appeal is to you. Okay. Then somebody gave him a picture of Taylor, and she looks pretty hot here. I mean, Taylor's had lots of boyfriends. She's definitely got game. More game than you, hunty. Max. You might not find Taylor attractive, but you can't say that she's ugly. Interesting how every girl turns trad after 28. You talking about traditional? Is that what you mean by trad? I'm planning on getting a septum piercing at 30, so we'll see how traditional that is. Whatever, Valen. So I guess over 30, we should just give up. I'm 20. I'm 32. Dude.
Run!
Hit it and quit it. All chicks are the best practice. Not to be taken seriously though. What? This is a person we're talking about. You don't just hit it and quit it. Everybody should be taken seriously. Young or older people should be taken seriously. And that's the end of that conversation. That's the end of this video, actually. I've been talking for an hour and 10 minutes. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'm gonna try to be consistent. I'm gonna try to keep up with my posting schedule. Help support this channel. Let me keep going with this. Help a sister stay motivated. Comment, like, subscribe if you want. If you're watching this video and you've gotten this far, you might as well. But again, yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Maya out!
Wow!